everyone, I'm Kristin.
And I'm Esther.
Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live today, where we'll be having a chat about offset accounts. Firstly, we'll go through some general information about what you should know and whether or not to get an offset account and whether it's right for you. And then we'll be answering some questions from members of our community. So let's get started. Esther, what is an offset account and how do they work?
So an offset account is a separate account that is linked to your home loan. The way that an offset account works is it reduces the interest that you are paying against your home loan. For example, if you had a $400,000 loan and you had $50,000 sitting in your offset account, you would only pay interest on that $350,000 portion of the loan.
That is a decent savings, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful.
So Kristin, what are the benefits of an offset account?
So as you just mentioned, I guess the main benefit is reducing the amount of interest that you pay on your loan, which ultimately reduces the term of the loan, so how long it takes you to pay it off. One of the benefits is that you can arrange all of your income to go into the offset account and for all of your expenses to come out of there so that every dollar that you receive is working for you. One of the things that we often recommend to our clients is potentially running their life off a credit card for a month and then clearing their credit card balance at the end of the month. The reason we recommend doing this is at the start of the month, your pay goes into your offset account and reduces the amount of interest that you're paying. And then you basically put all of your expenses on your credit card throughout the month and you don't pay interest on a credit card as long as you remember to clear it at the end of every month. So that's a really good way to get ahead, on a month-by-month basis and reduce the interest that you're paying. Another benefit of having an offset account is if you ever have the idea of maybe I'm not going to live in this house forever and maybe I'm going to turn it into an investment property down the track. So what you can utilize that offset account for is to start saving the deposit ready for you to buy the next house. This also means that when you do move out of your current home and turn it into an investment property, you've kept the debt level quite high, which increases the tax deductibility relating to that property. So I guess it's a bit of forward planning when you're thinking about doing that, but definitely a really good way to save money and help you get to that next property. The other bonus of having an offset account is that the funds are really easy to access. It's generally a pretty easy transactional account with all of your BPay and OSCO payments, direct debits coming out of there, which is different to, I guess, putting the money into your loan account and then redrawing the funds back out again. So Esther, what are some other considerations or things we need to be aware of when talking about an offset account?
So one of the main considerations with an offset account is some products offered may not offer a 100% offset. So you may be limited to a certain percentage of how much of those funds will be offset. Some lenders will have some different package fees that are associated with an offset account, potentially even a higher interest rate as well. And also just making sure that you are retaining a certain amount of funds in that offset account to really maximise the benefits that you are receiving.
Yeah, so that's where chatting to your mortgage broker, you can get understanding of whether or not paying that little extra fee that may be involved with having an offset account is worthwhile you utilising it if you've got enough savings sitting there.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. So in our fabulous red Rise High hat here, we're going to run through a couple of questions from our Rise High community. So Esther.
Very exciting. All right, first question we have got is how many offset accounts can I link to my home loan? This is going to be completely dependent on which lender you do decide to go with. We have a very large range of over 70 different lenders that we do work with at Rise High. Some lenders do offer up to 99 offset accounts linked to any loan split. Absolutely. So not saying you'll need all 99, but we do have plenty of different options that will be able to cater to you.
Beautiful. All right, next question. What does an offset account cost? So again, similar to that answer, it does vary from bank to bank. Some of them do have a once-off annual package fee, some of them have a monthly fee, and we actually do have some lenders that offer an offset account fee-free. So that's where talking to your mortgage broker, understanding what's going to suit you is definitely the way to go.
Absolutely. All right, next question we have got here is, can I access the money in my offset account at any time? So your offset account does work just like a transaction account, so you can withdraw deposit funds at any time. transferring within any accounts or outside of your accounts as well.
Beautiful, nice and easy. All right, a couple more to go. When is it a good idea to use an offset account and when is it not? So generally, as long as you've got a fairly healthy savings balance, we say that an offset account really is a good idea. Potentially in some scenarios, we have clients that come to us and say, look, I just want the lowest rate, no fees, a really simple home loan. Potentially if you're an investor, that's the type of loan that you would go for. So yeah, I think it's just about understanding your circumstances, understanding what it is you want in a home loan, and then having a chat to your mortgage broker and going from there.
Beautiful. Alrighty. So another very common question we get is, what is the difference between savings, redraw and an offset account? So an offset account is obviously that transaction account that is linked to your home loan, reducing the interest that you are paying. With redraw, this will allow you to make additional repayments against your home loan. There may be some limitations with how much you can withdraw at any given time and also how quickly you will have access to those funds. Then with a savings account, you will be earning interest on the amount that you do have in that account, but you won't be able to reduce the interest you're paying against your loan.
Yeah, and I think at the moment, the way that interest rates are sitting, you potentially only going to earn, 3 or 4% on the high interest account versus, your current home loan rate of 5.5%. So although you're earning interest on a savings account, you will be saving more generally by having it sitting in an offset account. So you're going to be slightly better off at the end of the day by having your funds in offset rather than in savings. Beautiful. All right, I think I've got the lucky last one. Can I link an offset account to an investment loan? Yes, definitely can have a offset with an investment loan. Generally, if you have both an owner-occupied and an investment loan, we will always encourage you to put any surplus funds against your owner-occupied loan because that loan doesn't give you any tax benefits. But yes, you can definitely have the offset linked to an investment loan. Beautiful. So I guess our last question is, how can Rise High help me to set up an offset account?
Absolutely. So working with Rise High, one of our brokers will be able to assist you tailoring an offset account to how it's going to best suit your needs. So obviously structuring that, whether that's against owner occupied or investment, how we can really maximize that benefit there for you.
Yeah, beautiful. And everyone's circumstances are a little different. So giving a Rise High broker a call is definitely the way to go. So we hope you have learnt a lot about offset accounts today and enjoyed your time with Esther and myself. Just a reminder that we've got an upcoming seminar on Tuesday at 6 p.m. in our office next week, which you can register for on our Rise High website. And it's all about how to reduce your debt as quickly as possible and different strategies, one of which is definitely utilising that offset account. Okay, so thanks for joining us. We'll hope to see you again next time.
Thank you.